All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Marnie Hernandez, and today we are learning about whales. All right. So welcome. I put the link in the chat box of how to sign in and log in to our program today. If you're new with us, congratulations. Welcome aboard. I was just talking about why we do these and what we do. First off, the main reason we do these is, for one, to learn about these different amazing destinations, programs, places, etc., to help sell to our clients, right? That's what it's about. We're travel agents. But second, you get to then get invited on special lunch and learns, dinners, fam trips, familiarization trips. Guys, I just got in, we did a training on Antigua, right? I got an email, come to this training. I'm like, okay, went to the training. I actually had a call come in. I was going to hang up and I was like, no, let me get this call. Got back on the training. And then afterwards, they're like, what should we give away? And they gave away a fam trip. And guess whose name they drew? So I get to go to a fam trip next year for Antigua. So you never know what you'll get. Some of these trainings we do, you get things in the mail, gift bags. Some people have won gift cards, luggage, backpacks. So again, it's a fun thing. If you're new with us, we do these together. Okay. So again, we appreciate you coming on board. Some of them, there's tests we have to take, and some of them can be kind of complicated, especially like Princess and Disney. Sometimes your test questions are different. So when we do it as a group, we all help each other, right? But they said an estimate for login. Can you help me with this? Yes. Okay. So MSC, we just did our first training yesterday. If you see here with MSC, guys, if you're brand new, MSC is one of the ones that you have to fill out the supplier request form first. Okay. Before you can join us, you have to, if you go into your back office, and I'll show you really quick and then we'll get started, guys, and just make sure everybody gets registered. Okay. So you log into your back office. If you have not done this and you want to do some of these, I can't even talk, trainings like MSC, Princess, you have to be registered. So right here, it's called the supplier request form. If you haven't done this, please, please, please do it. Okay. Right here, you go into supplier request form and you fill it out. You have to be registered with MSC first through Archer Travel. Once you get registered with them, then you go to the training link, and I'll show you that later. Okay. But right here, you have to click MSC, submit this form. I would again suggest do it for all four of these: Bax, Princess, Norwegian, MSC. If you've been with us 2 months, Delta, 3 months, Sandals. Definitely do that. Okay. All right. So again, that's how you get registered with MSC. Once you get registered with MSC, that's when you go here to MSC book, and then you go to the training tab, and then it takes 24 hours to get logged in, usually. Okay. So just wanted to share that for anybody, because we're going to be doing part 2 of MSC next Friday. So you want to do this now so you can catch up with us. So right here, training, and then MSC Masters. And that's when you're going to register, and then you'll be able to attend the training with us next week. Right there, sign in. And again, if you missed it, you can catch it here and then be ready to join us next Friday. Okay. All right. So today we're doing whales. Again, if you're brand new, what we usually do is people will use their phone or do a split screen. They'll follow along on the computer, do a split screen, or use their phone to follow along, and then do the training online. Okay. Make sure if you have a question or anything, make sure you put it to everyone in the chat box, because we want to make sure that you get it answered, because I'll be, reading and or listening to videos. And so I want to make sure your question is answered. So make sure you're registered. Always when you're registering, anything about agency will be Archer Travel. Anything about agent is your information. We're going to click learn. Okay. We have, it looks like 3 different trainings. Up. Looks like I may have already done this one. Okay. We'll restart it. So again, I've earned my certificate. Yay! Hopefully we'll be okay and I can just restart it. Okay. When signing up, it asks for which group is your main affiliation. What should I put? Does it have Travel Leaders Network?
Yes.
Yep, that's it. That's our
Okay.
consortium. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So let's go ahead and hit restart. Don't worry if you're still signing in, guys. We will wait for you. We'll make sure everybody's ready when we do this. Okay. It should be Travel Leaders Network and then Archer Travel. Consortium, the affiliation should be Travel Leaders Network. All right. So next. All right, so we have an overview. Again, I'm just going to read, and again, as long as you guys sign in, you're good. So don't get scared. We're not leaving without you. All right, so for a place with such dramatic landscapes, snow-capped peaks to wild coastline, Wales is compact and neighborly. Come to switch off and explore untouched valleys and sleepy villages. Or come to enjoy the cosmopolitan and cultural capital, Cardiff, voted Britain's most sociable city. So you have Carnarvon Castle, and again, one thing I want to apologize ahead of time, my pronunciation, and Wales Coast Path. Delve into epic heritage with more than 600 castles to explore. Follow the North Wales Way to take in the magnificent Beaumaris, Carnarvon, Harlech castles, and all our World Heritage sites. Trek along the Cambrian Way through Snowdonia and Brecon Beacons. Explore the coastal way to uncover literary greats at the National Library of Wales in Aberystwyth, sorry, and maybe even see dolphins, seals, or puffins. I love those puffins, right? At Cardigan Bay. Easily accessible from London, Manchester, Liverpool, and Birmingham. Wales is an adventure waiting to be discovered. In the following chapters, you will immerse yourself in this enchanting Celtic land and all that it has to offer your clients. Getting in, how do you get to Wales? Okay, so one of the best selling points for Wales is that it's easily accessible. Wales is just a few hours by road and rail from most of the United Kingdom's main cities. And if visitors are coming from Ireland, there is a choice of direct ferries to both North and South Wales, as well as direct flights to Cardiff Airport. Tap to enlarge if you'd like. Okay, so you see it's over here. Really big, right? Cardiff Airport is situational in Roos, 12 miles southwest of Cardiff. Buses, trains, and taxis link the airport to the city center. The Cardiff, sorry, again, if I might mispronounce it. Airport Express bus service runs regularly from the front of the terminal building. Taxis cost about 30 euros, $39, and a booking office is located outside the arrivals hall. A regular rail link connects the airport station to Cardiff Central and Bridgend. Complimentary shuttle bus service is available between the terminal building and the station for passengers with a valid train ticket. Several airlines offer direct flights to Cardiff Airport from other parts of the UK, Ireland, and Amsterdam. Aer Lingus, Flybe, KLM, and Ryanair. In the UK, fast and frequent rail services run between London, Paddington, and Cardiff, taking just over 2 hours. There is a half-hourly departure to Cardiff Central with a stop in Newport and an hourly continuation to Swansea and onward connections to West Wales. Be sure to double check prior to travel as the schedule varies on evenings, Sundays, and bank holidays. There are also services from London Euston and Manchester to Llandudno Junction, Bangor, and Holyhead. From Birmingham, Shrewsbury, and Crewe along the North Wales coast. from Birmingham and Shrewsbury to Aberystwyth and Lille Peninsula, from Manchester, Shrewsbury, Portsmouth, Southampton, and Salisbury to Newport and Cardiff. Trains also run between Cardiff and Swansea to Pembrokeshire. And there are also connections to stations in Wales from the UK train network. All right, first quiz. How many castles comprise King Edward's Iron Ring, a UNESCO World Heritage Site?
4.
I don't even remember reading that. Okay. 4, that is correct. Okay. So for you guys just signing on, we'll put the answer in there for you. So it is 4, okay, 4 castles. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. All right, getting around. The only thing easier than getting around Wales is getting to Wales is getting around it. So by train, bus, car, or even domestic flight, there are so many convenient ways to move around the country. And if you're keen to explore, you'll find plenty of journeys that are wonderful experiences in their own right. Wales has some of the most centric, oops, hold on one moment. I'm sorry, I'm on a training. Hello, hi, hey. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's what I want is I told everybody, I said, you can pick and choose if you want to do this or if you don't. I want you to understand it though. Yes. Got it. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm on my certificate workshop right now. So I have them waiting for me, but I definitely, yes, yeah. Yeah. So I appreciate you. Okay, bye. Sorry, guys. I have a training coming up on the new Evo Plus. So I was trying to get clear on that. That's after this. So again, lots of new stuff coming on. All right. So if you're keen to explore, you'll find plenty of journeys that are wonderful experiences in their own right. Wales has some of the most scenic roads, railways, and pathways in Britain. Most scenic drives in Wales count among the best in Britain. 3 unique national routes known as the Wales Way includes the Coastal Way, the Cambrian Way, and the North Wales Way. These are based around major roads that cross the length and breadth of the country, connecting things to see and do with places to stay and great spots to eat. Rail services run through the regions of Wales, usually on highly scenic routes, such as Cambrian Coast, Conway Valley, and Hearts of Wales lines. The Explore Wales Pass offers unlimited travel on all mainline rail services in Wales. The Explore South Wales, North Wales, and Mid Wales passes all along allow 4-day train travel. There are also a number of Rover and Ranger tickets available, which all offer unlimited travel for 1 day on a specific area of the Transport for Wales network. All right, practical. So while English is spoken throughout the country, Wales has its own language, Welsh, which is one of the oldest languages in Europe. Visitors will hear it spoken less often in the south or east, but in the north and west, it is quite common to hear conversations between locals in Welsh. The most direct contact visitors will have with the language will be with signs, which are written in Welsh and English. However, North Grunthorne offers Welsh language courses for visitors as well as residential courses for those who'd like to delve deeper into the language. All right. The currency in Wales is the pound, okay, not the euro, it's the pound, also called pound sterling. $1 is equal to 0.77 pounds sterling. ATMs are widely available, and major credit cards such as Visa and MasterCard are accepted in most, but not all, hotels and restaurants. There's absolutely no obligation to tip. The service charge automatically added to your bill is uncommon in Wales. Tips are only left if the service is particularly good or at least satisfactory. Up to 10% is common for good service. If you order at the bar or counter, you are not expected to tip. Taxi fares are often rounded up. High season in Wales. Again, this is probably a test question, okay? Oops, sorry. Okay. Weather is warmest, so July to August when the weather is warmest, and there are many festivals and events. This time of year is when prices increase in coastal areas and national parks, but not in cities. Shoulder season in April to June and September to October. April to June is very dry, while October can be rainy. Low season in November to March, though prices rise to peak levels over Christmas and New Year. Snow can close roads in the mountains, and January and February are coldest months. All right, tap the icon on the right to learn more about the language courses. All right, so you have to tap on these usually to get by, okay? All right, and then you can click on that and then it'll share more information, okay? All right, so just wanted to share that. Let me get over here. Next. All right, so what's the high season in Wales? May to June, July to August, August to September. Isn't it July to August?
Yes.
Thank you. That is correct. Okay, guys, so put that in here for you.
All right, how'd you get back to that?
If you clicked on that link, it took you to another page, so you have to just click the link back.
Thought I did.
Okay, yeah, because it popped up into another screen, so
All
I
right.
clicked out. So let me know that you got back. Yeah, I just went up to my screen up top and just clicked back on the Visit Wales Pro.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So the answer is July to August. Okay, hotels. Look, isn't that cool? Wouldn't you like to stay in a castle, guys? Wales has so many different varieties of accommodation styles that travelers can have several types of holidays in one. From gleaming city townhouse hotel to a bed and breakfast or out in the wild surrounded by green hillsides, too much choice is always a good thing. You'll find amazing accommodation that fires the imagination all across Wales. From Mongolian yurts and green eco cabins to luxurious art hotels and historic, sometimes haunted inns. Ooh. Looking for a home away from home? Take your pick from rural cottages, buzzing hostels, family holiday parks, smart city apartments, camping and caravan breaks. Self-catering cottage holiday in Wales brings independence and a sense of place as well. So here's a Celtic resort. Here's inside the farm cottage. How cool is that, right? So feel like royalty or a knight of the realm by checking into a real Welsh fortress for the night. In Wales, you could usually Vicky travel impressions under Vax is one, and then there's others that somebody can share with you. You could take a break in a Norman tower, a Victorian fortress, a Gothic chateau inspired by the lore. Or get a taste of rural life by booking a working farm holiday. A working farm stay in Wales will bring visitors closer to the rural way of life without the 4:30 a.m. starting. Farm stays are great for family, sand, active outdoor breaks. Okay, and maybe that's families and. Wales is a country best lived out of doors beneath a canopy of stars, far from the glow of civilization. Yurt holidays give a family landscape a new prospect and tradition, weatherproofed and with internal heating. Yurt holidays can be a good choice all year round. This is cool, these farm stay things. You get to like go and work the farm and stuff and like get to stay there for free by helping out on the farm and stuff. So they have cool things that they do there. Wales is also a perfect place for glamorous young couples looking for fairy tale honeymoon location or a weekend away from serene lakeside. Here, let me share this let's see if this works for you, Sharon. Sorry, I always multitask. I'm sorry. All right. So from serene lakeside retreats, Victorian townhouses, rustic inns, and cozy bolt holes. There are beautiful escapes all across the country for a romantic getaway. For an unforgettable stay, be sure to book a night or two at the Celtic Manor Resort. Creation of Wales' first billionaire, Sir Terry Matthews, it's an extraordinary resort that attracts large-scale events like the Ryder Cup and NATO Summit. Hotel Indigo, located centrally in Cardiff, and gives travelers a true taste of culture, featuring rooms with 3 themes. It looks like made in Wales, Welsh industry, and Welsh music. For a maritime stay, opt for the Voco St. David's Cardiff, located in the bustling Cardiff Marina. This property is perfect for both a taste of the local nightlife as well as an afternoon at its luxurious spa. All right, holidays and events. So why not arrange a visit to Wales around one of the country's world-renowned events? The Welsh absolutely love their festivals and have them year-round to celebrate food, drink, arts, literature, music, and a range of fun and quirky themes. January, you have Berry Island New Year's Day Swim. Spend New Year's Day swimming at Berry Island alongside hundreds of equally adventurous people. Fancy dress is optional but encouraged. February, Guinness Six Nations Rugby. Come to Principality Stadium. Soak up the unique atmosphere of this city center stadium. After the game, join the locals in one of the Cardiff's watering holes. You have March, St. David's Day, a day full of children wearing black chimney hats and shawls, parades of leeks, daffodils, flags of St. David, and herds of red dragons. How cute, on flags, of course. All of this in celebration of the patron saint of Wales, St. David. April, you have Laughlin Weekend. Renowned author Dylan Thomas, former home and inspiration Laugharne, is a scenic town alive with history. Like the town itself, this is a quirky festival that draws everyone from the coolest cult novelists to musicians, thinkers, and controversialists. R.H. Flower Show Cardiff. Come to Cardiff and take time to stop and smell the flowers at the RHS Flower Show Cardiff, which brings the city center to life this spring. See floral display, features, and show gardens demonstrating the best in RHS gardening practice. Raw Fest Youth Art Festival is a youth art festival for Wales, planned and programmed by young people, Planned by and for young people. It showcases the best of youth arts today, valuing the original over the copy, the quirky over the conventional, and the daring over the dull. In May, you have Caerphilly Food Festival, set to delight visitors when it returns to the town of Caerphilly in May. Thousands are expected to descend as it plays host to more than 100 stall holders who will tempt visitor taste buds with delicious aromas and mouth-watering produce. Dylan Day, build upon the legacy of the Dylan Thomas 100 Festival. Dylan Day was created, a new annual day of celebration in the name of Wales' most famous literary son. It marks the date under Milkwood was first read on stage. Focus Wales, 3 days of music showcasing more than 200 bands using 20 stages. Hay Festival, the world's leading arts and literature event. Hay Festival is situated on the edge of Brecon Beacons National Park. More than 600 of the world's greatest writers, performers, global policymakers, pioneers, and innovators appear in 800 events across 11 days. How the Light Gets in Festival. On the banks of the idyllic River Wye, find the festival where the world's leading thinkers come together to debate the most cutting-edge ideas of our time. This is the world's largest philosophy and music festival. In June, you have Cardiff Triathlon, located in Cardiff Bay. Triathlon is one not to be missed. Swim in the legendary bicycle the scenic roads and finish with a run out to the Cardiff Bay Barrage. July, Llangollen International Music Eisteddfod. Annual festival will be held at the Royal International Pavilion in Llangollen. 6 days of music, folk dance from all over the world in one place. International Snowdon Race. Highest peak in Wales, England always provides high drama, as almost 600 runners from across the world tackle the steep slopes. Big Cheese Festival. This year's new look will have a new layout and new feel with street food vendors, live lounge bar area, 3 huge food halls, and live cookery demonstrations. The event takes place with the stunning background of the largest castle in Wales, Caerphilly. Llangollen Fringe Festival includes an eclectic mix of performance-based events, including punk, reggae, rock, folk, flamenco, poetry, drama, art, and film. In August, you have the National Festival of Wales, its language and culture. Annually, the festival takes place for 8 days. The central festival field is vibrant, one teeming with stands, stalls, and shops, food, music, arts, crafts, design, and architecture. The Brecon Jazz, world famous jazz festival set in the beautiful Brecon Beacons, featuring more than 20 concerts. Pride Cymru, Cardiff Wales LGBT Mardi Gras, trading as Pride CYMRU, returns to Coopersfield, Cardiff, for Wales' biggest celebration of equality and diversity. September, Gladfest, best contemporary writers featuring book signing, speakers, and marketplace. Abergavenny Food Festival, one of the biggest events in the UK foodie calendar, 200 exhibitors from Wales and abroad. Food Academy for children, a rolling program of chef demonstrations, and more. Elvis Lives, thanks to thousands of fans and tribute artists who attend this annual gathering of blue suede shoes, Vegas jumpsuits, and whopping sideburns. October, Gwled Conwy, the medieval town of Conwy, is transformed with a weekend of festival that boasts the largest celebration of music, art, and food of Wales. November, Llandudno Christmas Fair. The festival brings an extraordinary array of stalls together, handpicked for their quality and diversity, with more than 100 craft stalls and 65 food stalls. Cardiff Winter Wonderland, highlight of Christmas in the city. This returns to City Hall lawn with more attractions for the family to enjoy, including an ice rink. December, Caerphilly Christmas Market. Excite your senses in Caerphilly town and the castle during Christmas time with decadent cuisine, the aroma of mulled wine. Have you ever tried that? It's delicious. And the joyous sound of street theater, and more than 100 food, craft, and gift stalls. During the month of May, your clients will love this festival with over 100 stall holders and tempt the visitors' taste buds. What is that? Is that
It's the food festival.
food festival? There we go. This is one of many. Okay. So again, check out, the sample itineraries. So your clients will be surprised when they come across a whistle-stop touring itinerary. While it's only the tip of the iceberg, a week in Wales packs a mighty big punch. Start at Monmouth, a historic town on the River Wye, with good shopping, a fortified medieval bridge, ruined castle where Henry V was born, and more. The scene couldn't be more different in the South Wales Valley, where iron and coal poured out of local furnaces and mines during the Industrial Revolution. At Blanavon, a World Heritage Site, see how the workers lived and toiled at the ironworks. Day 2, the next morning, get to know Cardiff before taking in the M4 motorway out to Swansea. Its covered market, one of the best in Wales, sells all manners of local delicacies. Day 3, drive on to Gower Peninsula, an area of outstanding natural beauty. Go to Rosse, its dramatic Land's End, where cliffs soar above the vast beach. The Pembrokeshire Coast National Park comes next, brimming with water-based activities, including sailing, swimming, kayaking, and surfing. Day 4, Colby Woodland Garden, perched above the sea at Amrith, is a natural haven of wildflower meadows and woodland walks with abundant wildlife. Drive via Cardigan to New Quay. Cardigan Bay Seafaring Days are flagged up along the quay, where a list of 19th century tolls payable for landing goods is still displayed. Take a boat trip to see bottlenose dolphins. Day 5, and again, you guys can share this when you get your certificate, okay? Aberystwyth, the capital of Mid Wales, is a resort meets university town with a youthful vibe and some seriously traditional attractions, including Ceredigion Museum, Cliff Railway, Narrow Gouge Vale, and Rydal Railway to Devil's Bridge, and more. Continue on to Port Myron. This unique village is an eclectic collection of Italianate architecture and exotic flora. The life work of Sir Williams Ellis. Day 6, take the narrow gauge Vestenlog Railways. Climbs from Port Madog to the former state capital of Blana Flaslan. Or for Snowdonia, at its most mountainous, drive via pretty back to the Leonveris Pass. Again, I apologize. Don't miss Carnarvon Castle before crossing the road bridges that span the Menai Strait to the Isle of Anglesey. Day 7, stop by Helen Monsey Salt Company of the largest Welsh island, Anglesey, to tour the salt coast. You'll get the chance to see and taste why this premium quality sea salt is a must-have ingredient. London, the largest seaside resort, has a wealth of well-preserved features, including Wales' longest pier. From here, the lush valley of Clyde leads southwards alongside the Cloudian Range to castle-crowned Denenberg and medieval Ruthin. Pass Horseshoe Pass to Llangollen. All right. Woo. What village in North Wales is an eclectic mix of Italian architecture created by Sir Clough Williams Ellis? Boom, 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 boom.
It's going to be the Port Marion.
Marion, thank you very much. All right, you guys got that? Port Marion. Congratulations, you have now reached the end of your first chapter. You're on your way to becoming a Visit Wales Pro. Once you complete all the chapters, you'll get your certificate and return to the dashboard to continue the next chapter. All right, so now we're going to learn about Discover Wales. All right, here we go. Okay. So Northeast Wales, epic landscapes of Northeast Wales are alive with action and a rich, distinctive culture. Find UNESCO World Heritage Sites, one of Europe's oldest living languages and the UK's best adventure. From the bustling shops of Wrexham to the culinary delights of the Mulled Food and Drink Festival and the world-famous Llangollen International Music Festival. Northeast Wales is diverse and full of culture. Discover the joys of the Sirag Valley. If it's outstanding natural beauty you're after, you've come to the right place. Scenic area of waterfalls, cascades, moorland, true Welsh style. It is the birthplace of poets, home of fine artists, craftsmen, bursting with activities for the adventurous. The gateway to the Burren Range is a little piece of heaven on earth. According to David Lloyd George, the only prime minister of the UK to speak Welsh as his first language. The river Sirag springs out of the mountains 1,800 feet above sea level and pours down the valley into the River Dee at the small town of Chirk, famous for its medieval National Trust-run castle with its treasured gates, stained glass. Here you'll find a full program of events, regular walking groups, and now even SegTrack, which is Segway tour of the 5.5 acres of Chirk Castle. Wrexham is the largest town in North Wales and is surrounded by wild natural beauty in every direction. It is the perfect base from which to explore North Wales' many wonders and even has a few hidden treasures of its own. Be enchanted by the 16th century Gothic parish church, St. Giles, largest medieval church in Wales. Within walking distance from the town center, 1,200 acres of National Trust land, visitors can wander the grand chambers of the 18th century, sorry, I can't read it, walled gardens of the breathtaking historic house at Erdig Hall. The home was made famous as an upstairs, downstairs house filled with stories of families and their servants. Set out on horseback, jump on a mountain bike, stride out on foot to discover the stunning hillsides, forest heartlands of Northeast Wales. With the history you can trace back for millions of years. The Cloudian Range makes up Wales' newest area of outstanding natural beauty. Snowdonia Mountains. So then there is a skyscraping area, Snowdonia National Park, well-known dramatic landscape of towering peaks, steep valleys. In fact, Sir Edmund Hillary used your wider Mount Snowdon to train prior to being the first to reach the peak of Mount Everest in 1953. There are 6 routes to the top that each take roughly 6 to 8 hours to reach the 3,560 feet summit, depending on your pace. Railway, leaving the village of Landveres, the trains take, you can also reach the summit via the Snowdon Mountain Railway, leaving the village of Landveres. The trains take about 2.5 hours to reach the peak. Stunning scenery all the way through. The train departs Landveres 3 times a day. Booking in advance during peak season is recommended. At the top, you'll find a cafe with panoramic views. Some tourists choose to take the train up and hike down, or vice versa, for a taste of nature, as well as a chance to relax in historic steam towns and revel in the landscape. Look closer and you'll discover an equally striking coastline, hugging the shores of Cardigan Bay and the base of the Lillian Peninsula, all the way to Abernethy. The park covers more than 40 miles, huge variety of sea experiences like dolphin spotting and windsurfing. Tap the icon to learn more, and tap the icon to learn more. So again, guys, tap these. Again, it'll take you out into another program. A lot of people will save these binders or folders on your desk and to help you to refer back to. Okay, so just wanted to share that with you. All right, the Welsh coast, it is ultimate waterfront walk, etching an unbroken 870-mile trail around the entire shoreline. The Wales Coast Path is world's first continuous national coastal walking route. Easy to dip in and out, whether you want to walk 3 miles or 30. You have the castle here in the bay, Wales promoting a family of 3 unique national routes along the Wales Way, the Coastal Way, the Cambrian Way, and the North Wales Way. Based around major roads traversing the length of the country, they connect things to see and do with places to stay and great spots to eat. 2 routes stick largely to the shores. The Coastal Way runs the tip of the Lynn Peninsula all the way to Pembrokeshire. Whichever direction you travel, you'll have stunning sea views at the shoulders for much of your journey, tracking the A55 across North Wales coast from the English border to the Isle of Anglesey. The North Wales Way takes in waterfront landmarks like the imposing medieval castles at Vermoes and Conwy. 50 islands are dotted around the coastline, from well-populated centers like Anglesey to tiny Cardigan Islands off the southwest Wales, where the only permanent residents are colonies of seabirds. Sacred Caldey Island in Pembrokeshire is home to Cistercian monks, while Holy Island off Anglesey owes its name to its wealth of ancient standing stones, burial chambers, and other religious sites. Curried around the edge of southwest Wales, the Pembrokeshire Coast National Park, again, you can click there, it'll take you into that area. One of a kind, still the only park in the UK that is completely coastal based. Which mountain helped Sir Edmund Hillary train to reach the summit of Mount Everest? Snowdon?
Snowdon.
Snowdon. That's it. Thank you. All right, the Isle of Anglesey is the largest island in Wales and a magical hideaway waiting to be discovered. With standing stones, ancient burial mounds, the remains of the booming copper mine, World Heritage listed castle, and 2 Grand Victoria bridges, history really comes to life in Anglesey. Once called the Mother of Wales, the island has heaps of character. Perched in the far northwest of Wales, it has always had a strong sense of otherness. Where else would the locals have been bold enough to cook up Britain's longest place name? All right, so there's an independent spirit here with plenty of eclectic attractions to explore. The island has a genuine flavor, so much as that everyone from day trippers checking out Vermoes' buzzing new restaurant scene to a certain royal couple is made to feel at home. It's where Prince William and Kate Middleton, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, lived from 2010 to 2013. Less than 300 square miles in extent, the island is far smaller than most British countries. And there's plenty of variety in its breezy, open landscapes. Much of Ainsley's 125-mile coast is an area of outstanding natural beauty, lovely collection of sand dunes, coves, and cliffs with pretty villages and pebble beaches. A stroller hike along the Ainsley coastal path is a great way to explore. At 130 miles or 200 kilometers long, you are sure to find plenty to do. Some sections double as a cycle route and bridleway. Once you've made it all the way around, you can claim a badge and a certificate from the Friends of the Isle of Ainsley Coastal Path. The island contains 3 of the 6 Welsh heritage coasts. It's home to the architecture like Plas Nud, an elegant National Trust mansion, and the World Heritage listed Beaumaris Castle. After, head to Newborough and try one of Wales' most innovative restaurants, the Maram Grass. With the daily flight, Monday through Friday, flight to Cardiff from Anglesey, approximately 45-minute flight. Travel back and forth is quick and easy for your clients. Tap the icon to learn more information about flight information. Okay. All right. The Wales Coast Path is the world's first continuous national coastal walking route. How many miles does it stretch?
870.
870 all the way. It's pretty big, right? Thank you. All right, Cardigan Bay, fresh air, freedom, and adventure makes Cardigan Bay and Ceredigion the perfect destination to get away. Take a dolphin spotting boat trip from Newquay, walk the coastal path, catch a wave, simply enjoy some family fun at one of the many blue flag beaches. Head inland for mountain lakes and waterfalls or market towns and romantic wilderness. The bottom part of Cardigan Bay gives way to Pembrokeshire Coast National Park, the only coastal park in the UK. In Ceredigion, I don't know how to pronounce that. Brace yourself for the perfect beaches, empty spaces, and great cheese. This is one of the least spoiled areas of Britain. And with the perfect combination of coast and countryside, countryside is all about tradition, family farms, and lonely mountain lanes. The coast doesn't do fun fairs, but excels in perfect coves. It is one of the great cheese producing regions in Europe as well. Southern stretch of the coast has absolute gems like Mont Lockton, whatever those words are, which look alike idolized illustrations from books about pirates. Further north around Aberystwyth and Forth are huge stretches of sand, and all are lapped by Cardigan Bay, home to big populations of dolphins and porpoises, which you all are almost guaranteed to see. The Typhy Valley has some classic rural market towns, Tregarin, Lampeter, Llandassel, and Sinart, which are where the Welsh farming community go to do their shopping. On the coast, there are lovely fishing towns and villages like Newquay, Aberon, and West Wales, cultural capital Aberystwyth. Aberystwyth and Lampeter have the cosmopolitan flair that comes from being a university towns. Then there is also the history, like the ruined Abbey of Strata, Florida, for children to explore, grand country houses like Leon Sharon, the Vale of Rydal Railway, and the silver lead mining heritage. And of course, the Welsh language itself, which flourishes here. The Typhy Valley produces cheese that has been voted the best in the world, beating out many French and Italian competitors. It's part of a huge food rival in the area, so you'll find lots of traditional family favorites on the local menus. Cause Typhy cheese, one of the most highly awarded cheesemakers in Britain, is a tasty option. You can visit the organic farm and see the process of cheese making Monday through Friday mornings. It is also easy to find Cause Typhy in local pubs, restaurants, supermarkets, if you just like a taste. Mid Wales and Brecon Beacons. Mid Wales is the green heart of Wales. The clear seas, bright harbors, and hidden coves of the coastline give way to red kite-filled skies, busy market towns, and dramatic hill walks. Spectacular scenery, devilish legends, and a proud maritime past gives Mid Wales endless opportunities for exploration. Follow in the footsteps of some of the country's first ancestors. This is a place full of Iron and Bronze Age hill forts, Landmarks such as Pendinas on the edge of Aberystwyth. At the top of the hill are the remains of a fort dating back to around 400 BC. Taking the views over the Ceredigion coast from this lofty vantage point. Compared to the prehistoric hill forts and medieval castles at the Brecon Beacons, occupying a cliff-top perch overlooking the surrounding countryside, it survived a number of battles in its long history. The Brecon Beacons doesn't only serve spectacular scenery and nature, though it has that in spades. It also home to arts, activities, culture, and some of the world's most unusual sports. In 2012, the Brecon Beacons National Park became the first international dark sky reserve in Wales. Thanks to its lack of light population, it is the perfect place for serious stargazing. Named as the official bird of Wales in 2000, the red kite was once on the brink of extinction. Now, thanks to committed conservation efforts in the Brecon Beacons, there are now a frequent sight in the sky. Yay! All right, head to Llanwrtyd Wells, a few miles from Brecon Beacons National Park, Northern Edge, for sporting adventures with a difference. You wouldn't know it at a first glance, but this little town is a global center for alternative sports like bog snorkeling, stone skipping, and mountain bike chariot racing. The largest island in Wales is
Anglesey.
Anglesey. Oh, thank you. Oops, sorry, I'm blind. There we go. Yes, that is correct. All right, Cardiff, for taste of cosmopolitan culture, centuries-old tradition in one bite, the capital Cardiff serves in style. Cardiff offers top-tier shopping, spectacular museums, fantastic dining, eclectic entertainment, plus the city is easy to explore on foot, making it accessible for a trip of any duration. Find your sense of place in Cardiff by beginning at Cardiff Castle, smack in the city center. This amazing architectural gem is a combination of Roman fort, medieval castle, extravagant Victorian fantasy palace that reflects the wealth that was created in Cardiff historic docklands. These riches are what's made Cardiff the city it is today. The wealth is also evidenced through Cardiff's green space and its Whitestone Civic Center. Visitors must stroll through the Butte Park and head across to the National Museum Cardiff, which includes everything from paleontology to masterpiece paintings from Van Gogh, Renoir, Monet, and Cézanne. It's been said you can visit to enjoy one of the best collections of Impressionist paintings outside of Paris. For more museum culture, visitors can also stop by the nearby village of St. Fagans and its Natural Museum of History, where landmark buildings from all over the country have been re-erected. Performing arts have been perfected at the Wales Millennium Centre, an iconic hub for culture. Center is home to the Wales National Opera and offers backstage tours for those that want to know, take a peek at how the magic of the theater all comes together. For a dose of shopping, Cardiff is laced with delightful Victorian Edwardian canopied arcades, the most of any British city, all of which are lined with specialty shops. Sports enthusiasts can worship at Principality Stadium, which a shrine of rugby, but also a venue for all kinds of sports and entertainment. Stadium tours are available to explore one of the world's largest indoor arenas. Also, the Cardiff International Whitewater, a water sports center that offers whitewater rafting, canoeing, and kayaking on its purpose-built course. How weird is that, huh? Or cool. Try the adrenaline-fueled indoor flow rider machine. You have Mermaid Quay, plays host to a whole menu of funky bars, tasty restaurants, and amusements. Weekends in the summer, terrace culture is in full swing. Life in Cardiff Bay centers around the water, so a boat trip from the capital is a must. Visitors can hit the water in several ways, from the Mermaid Quay to see the bay from the water. Take a high-speed inflatable rib boat trip out through the locks to the Bristol Channel beyond if you chance something of the white knuckle variety, or just putter around on a water taxi or pleasure boat. That sounds exciting, huh? I'd share some of that information for those adventurers. South Wales. Beyond Cardiff, South Wales is a hub of sporting events and Welsh culture. Discover coastal heights, vibrant communities, serenity of the Wye Valley. Find your epic adventure in the South Wales valleys with green, welcoming landscape, loads of opportunities within a short drive from Cardiff. Both thrill seekers and family adventures alike can find space to suit them. The valleys are full of fantastic cycling routes as well, like the Tau Trail, linking the valleys to Cardiff. All right, discover Abergavenny, a lively market town at the edge of the Brecon Beacons National Park, famous for its annual food festival. For 2 days every September, the Abergavenny Food Festival transforms the town streets into an enormous buffet of food stalls, chef demonstrations, and entertainment. It is the biggest event in the UK foodie calendar. The town center is packed with coffee shops and restaurants like the Fig Tree Espresso or the Art Shop and Chapel, or sample bit of real local flavor at Sugar Loaf Vineyard, set on the lower slopes of Sugar Mountain overlooking the town. Discover Safartha Castle in Marthatville. Sorry. It became the most populated town in Wales at the turn of the 19th century, with people drawn from all over the world to work in the ironworks owned by the Guest and Crochet families. Safartha Castle was built by William Crochet II in 1824, and the museum offers fascinating insight into history. The quality of the 5 mountain biking trails of Appin Forest draws visitors from all corners of Britain, and there are many other attractions as well, including numerous walks and the Appin Forest 4x4 tour. And no trip to South Wales is complete without a visit to Carriffels Castle. This is the biggest and arguably the most impressive castle in the country that isn't short of an ancient monument or two. Castle even outleans the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Just a short drive from Cardiff, the Caerphilly Castle is surrounded by an elaborate collection of moats and islands and was renovated during the 9th century under the instruction of industrial magnate, the 3rd Marquis of Bute. South Wales is also home to the Vale of Neath, a fascinating area featuring dramatic waterfalls. Pontefract is a good place to start the exploration. All right, Carmarthenshire, home to wondrous gardens, awe-inspiring castles, Wales' longest beaches and market towns, brimming with local produce, chic shopping, stretching from Carmarthen Bay in the south to the Western Beacons and Cambrian Mountains in the north. Visit Llyn y Fan Fach, the lake in the Brecon Beacons that is surrounded by the steep escarpments of the Carmarthen Fans. Learn everything there is to know about the mythical Lady of the Lake during the 4-mile walk there and back. And then there are a number of impressive ancient fortifications in Carmarthenshire and Kidwelly Castle. Certainly one to note, the original Norman castle of earth and wood dates back to the 12th century, and the impressive stone structure was still standing is 600-year-old. Film buffs may recognize Kidwelly from brief appearances at the beginning of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The town of Loughran, as the estuary of the River Taff, is best known for the home of Dylan Thomas. Loughran was thought to be inspiration for Thomas's best-known play, Under Milkwood. An essential visit to Carmarthenshire is the National Botanic Gardens, a great place for kids to explore and for adults of all ages to stroll around. Pembrokeshire, rated by National Geographic magazine as the 2nd best coastline in the world. Pembrokeshire has 186 miles of magnificent and varied coastline and more than 50 beaches. Choose between lively Tenby and Saundersfoot or peaceful St. Davis, and thank you. And Newport, the Pembrokeshire Coast Path National Trail twists and turns its way through the most breathtaking coastal scenery in Britain. It's an intricate ribbon of weather-worn cliffs, dazzling beaches, secret coves, walking the entirety of the path. 186 miles is like climbing the height of Mount Everest. In spring, explore woodlands carpeted and bluebells or meadows bursting with sapphire cowslips, harebells, and campions. In summer, butterflies dance through arches of honeysuckle and over clouds of thrift and gorse. Come autumn and winter, the coast is a perfect place to scout out pubs and other cozy retreats. The national park is fantastic for wildlife watching, as well as every year, puffins and Manx shearwaters return to the islands of Calde, Grassholm, Stockholm, Scone, Ramsey to nest. Occasionally, a pod of dolphins will come in. People love to visit Pembrokeshire for cozy country cottage breaks. They spend their days walking sandy stretches of coast, visiting beautiful islands such as Calde Island. Don't miss Britain's smallest city, St. David's, with its charming boutiques and cafes. Home to the stunning cathedral founded by the patron saint of Wales himself. The city has a rich history. In medieval times, 2 pilgrimages to St. David's was the equivalent of 1 pilgrimage to Rome, and 3 pilgrimages was the equivalent to the Holy Land. The town of Haverfordwest is the region's enter, and from here, there are great bus links to places of interest, and you can reach Haverfordwest by train in less than 3 hours from Cardiff. First International Dark Sky Reserve in Wales was...
That's the beacon.
It's the Brecon Beacon, yeah.
Very good. Swansea Bay, city by the sea, rural seaside retreat all in one. Experience Wales' cultural city and UK's first area of outstanding natural beauty, the Gower Peninsula. Unwind in award-winning beaches, walk the Gower Coast Path, go wild for water sports, explore the coast, castles, and caves, and discover how the sea has shaped the Welsh heritage. Striking architectural landmark in its own right, the National Waterfront Museum celebrates the industrial and maritime history of Wales dating back to the 1800s. This is highly interactive guide through an age where Wales supplied the world with coal and steel and countless inventions like Richard Trevithick's groundbreaking steam locomotive. Gallery is widely recognized as this. Swansea is a vibrant center for art, and the Glenvivian Art Gallery is widely recognized as the city's premier venue for art exhibition. Swansea is also birthplace of renowned poet and writer Dylan Thomas. Visit 5 Donkin Drive. Take a peek at Dylan's birthplace and family home. For a free interactive exhibition that tells the tale of the talented author, visit the Dylan Thomas Center. Guided tours are available for groups of all ages. Take a trip to Mumbles, a vibrant seaside village where visitors will find more than 120 shops, restaurants, and pubs hugging the west side of Swansea Bay. Rich source of great seafood, much of the local produce finds itself being served in restaurants of London and Paris. Numerous parks and gardens worth visiting in Swansea, but for sheer drama, Klein Gardens is particularly notable for its exotic planting ranges. Dramatic landscape of the Gower Peninsula must be seen to believe. Numerous attractions to enjoy in this remarkable outcrop of land. 3 Cliff Bays is regularly voted one of the most dramatic locations in Britain, requiring a 20-minute walk to reveal its secrets. The huge sweep, Rossley Bay, featuring the broad expanse of Llangadneth Beach, is equally awe-inspiring. Congratulations, you've now reached the 2nd chapter on your way to get your pro certificate. So we'll complete this chapter. We have 1 more left, and then we will get our certificate. So again, thank you guys for hanging out. We're almost done. That's like an amazing place to visit, my friends. All right. Nature and wildlife thrives in Wales, which is hardly surprising considering that the country has 3 national parks, 5 areas of outstanding natural beauty, miles and miles of protected heritage coast, and countless nature reserves. Start on a natural high at the Dyfy Osprey project in a reserve near Macklin, whatever the word is. There's a good chance of seeing these extremely rare birds. Love these puffins. Thanks to webcam streaming from Nest to Visitor Center. It's a UNESCO biosphere, the only one in Wales. Head into the remote Cambrian Mountains, the wild heartland of Wales, and the Elan Valley Lakelands. The string of scenic, beautiful, engineered reservoirs blend into a landscape that one of Wales' most important wildlife refuge. Activities at the Elan Valley Visitor Center include themed nature walks and sheep shearing demonstrations. Look out for red kites. These large fork-tailed birds were once almost extinct, but have made dramatic comeback. Get up close and personal at the Gilgren Farm near Rhyadr, where hundreds of red kites can be found year-round. Near Cardigan, the Welsh Wildlife Center and its panoramic treetop glasshouse cafe reveal what nature is up to in the Typhy marshes. Follow paths to excluded corners of the nature reserve or go canoeing and cycling. Complete your nature journey in Pembrokeshire, where the Coast National Park teems with wildlife. You'll be among Manx, shearwaters, razorbills, and even puffins on a boat trip to Scomer Island from Martin's Haven. Back on land, follow the coast path across headlands completed in wildflowers and watch skies, cliffs, and sea stacks alive with colonies of seabirds. Where can visitors see red kite birds year-round? Anybody know? Come on, help, I need somebody, help.
Gangren Farm?
Let's try it. That is correct. Very good. All right, thank you. All right, how about cities? So in addition to Cardiff, Wales is home to other cultural and cosmopolitan cities that offer bursts of culture amid the surrounding natural splendor of the countryside. Coastal Swansea is the second largest city in Wales. Enjoy a night on the town, on Wynn Street, or maybe a morning at the largest covered market in the country. For literary adventure, visit the Dylan Thomas Center to learn about the famed poet and writer. A city on the rise, Newport has all the usual suspects when it comes to eating out, especially at the leisure complex. Friar Walks, home to Newport, Tiny Rebel is the youngest and only Welsh brewery to win the Champion Beer of Britain award. Take a tour of the brewery to see where the magic happens, from hops to bubbles. Visitors can also get a perspective of the city from almost 250 feet up the Transporter Bridge. Built in 1906, being only one of 6 transporter bridges worldwide, cross the river Usk and take in the views. Arts and community at Hub La Pub is well loved by locals. Its mission statement is to provide the people of Newport with a vibrant art space that is open to all, permeates every event from open mics to local musicians, inventive stand-up, and their annual The Big Busk event. A small but lively city and university town, Bangor in Snowdonia, has ancient roots that can be traced to the 6th century. Bangor has a lot of leisure facilities, including pool and a pier, as well as shopping scene along High Street. Visit the iconic Pontio for theater production, film, music, circus, dance, and other performing arts. Don't miss Penrhyn Castle and the National Trust Mansion. St. Asaph is home to the annual North Wales International Music Festival taking place in September. While you're there, stop by 13th century St. Asaph Cathedral, the smallest ancient cathedral in Great Britain. Visit to see the William Morgan Bible, the first complete translation of the Bible into Welsh from Greek and Hebrew. Pretty St. David's in West Wales is the UK's smallest city. Despite its size, it's known for its cute cafes, boutiques, galleries, and the UK's smallest city. Located within the Pembrokeshire Coast National Park, it makes an ideal base for exploring coastline. Visit the famous cathedral, which dates back to the 6th century, founded by St. David himself, patron saint of Wales. Pay a visit to the Bishop's Palace for a sense of affluence and power of the medieval church. Maybe even catch an open-air theater performance. Afterwards, be sure to stop in Oriel E. Park, Information Center for art exhibitions, souvenirs, and advice on walking trails. Tap the icon to learn more. Activities and adventures. So Wales has a bit of reputation when it comes to activities of all kinds, from relaxing to the adrenaline pumping. Mountain biking centers offer world-class single-track trails, free ride hotspots, wild backcountry rides for beginners and pros. National Cycle Network in Wales provides more than 1,200 miles of freewheeling adventure, and a number of traffic-free scenic rides will have all you need for a lovely family day out. The Welsh love to get wet, and it has nothing to do with the weather. There are canoeing and whitewater rafting in some of the Britain's cleanest rivers. The seas are playgrounds for fantastic surfing, kayaking, coastering, Welsh-made sport of rock hopping, shore scrambling, cave exploring, and cliff jumping. So with many miles of coastline and interior scattered with rivers and wild lakes, it's no wonder that fishing in Wales is among the very best in Britain. Whether a lowland reservoir or a glacial circa a wild gaming fishing water or private course fishing lake, there's no shortage of places to cast a line. Take a walk in Wales and find superb scenery in the various walking regions. Whether coast, mountains, valleys, or hills, in the great outdoors, visitors will discover well-marked national trails for some of the most inspirational hiking in the UK. Walking holidays and shorter routes, perfect for an afternoon stroll. Beginners and experts alike can enjoy perfect waves at the world's first inland surf lagoon and adventure park Snowdonia. Center in North Wales also provides instructor-led outdoor trips like gorge walking, rock climbing, abseiling, mountain biking, and coastering. For some excitement on a rainy day, head over to Adrenaline Indoors. Take part in an intricate obstacle course, even fly across a surf lagoon on a zip line. Try the longest zip line in Europe for size of Zip World. Based on a former slate mine, Zip World's Penryn Quarry has breathtaking views of the site that once employed 2,000 people to mine slate over 2 centuries. Hold on tight, take in the vista as you soar 500 feet in the air at 100 miles per hour. Thought to be the world's fastest zip line. For an indoor delight, try Bounce Below at Zip World's Slate Caverns. Hidden underground in an old cavern, you'll find the subterranean playground installed with huge bouncy nets and illuminated by technicolored lights. That sounds pretty cool, right? I would save that and share that with your certificate. All right, next video.
That sounds fun.
It does, huh? I'm ready. Perfect. Yes, I'll do it in just a moment. I'm on my training. Also, all right. The National Cycle Network provides how many miles of cycle paths?
1,200.
500? What was it? 1,200. Thank you. Very good.
It's 1,200.
1,200. Got it. Thank you. How about food and drink? Where are our foodies at? Bring a healthy appetite. Welsh produce is famous for its freshness and flavor, not to mention the artisan skills that go into everything from sea salt to farmhouse cheeses, craft beers to baked goods. Buy direct at farm shops, food festivals, and producer markets. Dine at a Michelin-starred restaurant, bistro, and beach shacks where dishes are inspired by bountiful local larder of seafood, Welsh lamb, and beef. Try mussels from the Conwy Estuary. With their salt and freshwater habitat, they're arguably the best in Britain. Lobsters and crabs from the Llyn Peninsula and elsewhere along the coast are another specialty. Suan, the local name for sea trout, is still fished in the traditional way in Corsi's tiny, wobbly one-man boats on the Tiwi and Teifi rivers. Nowadays, Welsh cheeses enjoy a stellar reputation for their variety and quality. Most are handcrafted down on the farm, the complete opposite of mass production, so they are bursting with individual flavor. The hearty broth known as the Welsh cawl is a warming treat, traditionally made with whatever seasonal ingredient are available. Every cook has their own take on this classic dish, though you can generally expect to see some lamb and leek. Although the Romans are to thank for introducing wine to the region, modern-day Wales is gaining a reputation for its growing number of award-winning vineyards throughout the country. The Welsh Ank Hill Estates 2008 vintage was voted best sparkling wine in the world as the Valencian del Mondo International Competition in Italy. There are now more than a dozen commercial vineyards in operation all over the country. What's particularly appealing is that so many are open to the public to visit and sample the local produce firsthand. Welsh Heritage unlocked the past with sightseeing tours from a specialist guide. Watch as they bring the life of the wonderful castles, monuments, and museums with tales of poets, princes, dragons, and ghosts. In the Cert Cardigan and National Wool Museum tour, West Wales specialist Marion Davies will show you the heritage-rich Teffy Valley. Visit Cardigan, an elegant, largely Welsh-speaking town with a dramatic Norman castle, and Cert, home to the National Coracle Center and 17th century mill. Distilling centuries of history into a 2-day tour, Celticos will show you the best of the Celtic, Roman, and medieval North Wales and introduce you to the story of the Princess of Gwynedd. This fascinating route covers more than a dozen castles, forts, and burial chambers in Snowdonia and Anglesey, including Conwy, Carnarvon, Sogndrium, and Dolvenor. Created by the local Dylan Thomas enthusiast Bob Stevens, the Dylan Thomas Birthday Walk in Lagarn is a 2-mile self-guided walk around Lagarn, inspiring landscapes marked by benches engraved with lines of the great man's poetry. If you were born into a family with Welsh roots, but have never visited the places where your ancestors lived, Celticos can help. They will connect you with specialist genealogical research who will piece together your family tree and plan a tour of the places where your forefathers were born, married, or buried, and sites where they farmed or mined. Another great ancestry resource is the National Library of Wales. Library is a great resource for family history research in Wales as it holds a large variety of records. The lower Taw Valley, where the River Taw flows towards Swansea Bay, was a hive of copper, coal, lead, nickel, and porcelain production in the 18th, 19th centuries. And at one time, more than 90% of the world's copper came from Swansea. Planet Wales, the story of Wales can be as short and sweet or as long and involved as you like. They will tailor a guided tour of the most absorbing heritage sites lasting anything from a day to several days, according to your interest. A qualified historian will tell you about the people who shaped the land, show you why Wales has more castles per square mile than any other country on earth. It's good to know, right? Welsh culture, when it comes to historic museums and art galleries in Wales, you're spoilt for choice. Diversity of the places and people waiting to inspire you ranges from tales of Roman invasion, works by award-winning contemporary craftspeople, iconic paintings, and stories of the Industrial Revolution. For amazing insights into Welsh history and culture, the National Museums take some beating. There are 7 of them spread throughout the country, each focusing on different aspects of the rich and varied heritage. Best of all, these amazing places are free to enter or discover the history of coins and how they are made at the Royal Mint Experience in Llantrisant. Whichever bit of Wales you head for, you'll find yourself within easy distance of the world's finest castles and awe-inspiring landmarks. There are more than 600 of them, from Roman times to millionaires' follies of the 19th century, making Wales the castle capital of Europe, from defensive beginnings and conflict of civil war to Tudor banqueting and Victorian decadence. The architectural splendor of these fortresses always stir the soul. Everybody associates Wales with wonderful landscapes, the gardens and country parks across Wales that make the most of the incredible natural scenery. Whether you're a nature lover, a picnic connoisseur, or a giddy for exotic flowers, plants, and statues, there is romance and adventure to be had across the verdant corners of Wales. Some of the finest gardens in Wales have been immaculately restored and maintained by the National Trust, often with a castle or stately home thrown in for good measure. Wales is known as the land of song, a term coined because of the unique choral singing and Eisteddfod events that take place annually in July and August. The word Eisteddfod has no linguistic equivalent in English besides the term session. However, in Welsh, it is used to define a competitive festival of the arts, particularly in singing and poetry. These festivals have shaped Welsh musical culture into the distinct phenomenon that people from across the globe travel to experience. Male voice choirs are also angelic delight. Groups are welcome to watch rehearsals by prior arrangement. The tradition of choral singing is also reinforced through the passionate singing of the national anthem at the start of the rugby matches. Again, click here to learn more about the Royal Mint experience. Conwy Estuary is known for its
Mussels.
mussels. That's correct. Great work. All right, who wants to go visit a castle? I do. Wales is unbeatable when it comes to castles, and we think that Britain's best castles can be found within our borders. But you should come and judge for yourself. From defensive beginnings and the conflict of civil war to Tudor banqueting and Victorian decadence, the architectural splendor of these fortresses always stir the soul. Edward's the first fearsome iron ring of colossal fortresses represents Europe's most ambitious and concentrated medieval building project. In the troubled 13th century, when Wales was in conflict with England, this iron ring of castles was constructed around Snowdonia. Today, they survive as some of the world's finest medieval monuments. 4, Carnarvon, Conwy, Beaumont, and Harlech have been designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Part of the coastal UNESCO World Heritage Site, the mighty Carnarvon Castle remains one of the most visually arresting sights you'll ever see. Okay. Perched on a rock against the backdrop of Snowdonia, Conwy Castle has an indisputable magic feel. Great halls, private chapels, royal chambers wind through the medieval marble. Harlech Castle is designed on a concentric plan with a small but powerful inner ward dominated by an impressive twin-towered gatehouse, 4 round corner towers seen from the bluff of a rock to the south of the town. The view of the castle, sea and mountain panorama is truly breathtaking. In Welsh, Beaumont Castle directly translates to beautiful marsh. It is often referred to as the great unfinished masterpiece, as money ran out before it reached full height. It is beautifully located in Anglesey, overlooking the Menai Strait, affording wonderful views of the Snowdonian Mountains. The imposing beauty of Lagarn Castle is forever associated with Dylan Thomas, who escaped the writer's block at the 11th century ruins. Discover his inspiration within the Victorian gardens, where Dylan wrote the castle's garden summer house. Raglan Castle, striking round towers, makes this fortress a singular classic, and there's every chance you'll be encaptured from the moment you will see the astonishing gatehouse, which once denied Oliver Cromwell at the end of the Civil War. The folkloric 12th century castle of Dyneford Park is hugely atmospheric and run by Crocodile. Climb atop for a view of the majestic hilltop location above the Twye Valley. National Trust owned surrounding grounds are home to the stately Newton House, nature reserve, cottages, ponds, a croquet lawn, and a tea room. You can take a guided tour to learn more about the history of the country house and land. Every view from the incredible medieval Cathcart Castle could be a picture postcard, and its history is stuffed of legend, from Norman baggings to conflict in the Middle Ages and the Victorian domesticity. The largest castle in Wales and the second largest in Britain is Caerphilly Castle, locked within water defenses when it was built by the English during the 13th century. The outside, among an array of delights, boasts 4 siege engines, and inside has a hallowed, majestic feel. These are just a few of the most iconic castles of Wales. There are dozens upon dozens more just waiting to be discovered. The word cadw means to keep or to protect in Welsh. As such, the organization protects the historic environment of the country and looks after a variety of attractions, including 44 unique castles. They do offer 3- and 7-day Explorer passes, which allows travelers the freedom to explore dozens of attractions. These passes feature trade discounts as well as up to 25% commission. All right, so kind of like the city pass we have here in the US. Seaside, dramatic coastlines, fishing villages, Britain's only coastal-based national park, the seaside in Wales is among the most iconic in Great Britain. The waters of the Gold Coast have been sailed by saints and smugglers, traders and fishermen. Salty ports and harbors are still there, along with modern marinas and characterful seaside resorts. Tenby, a Georgian gem, Victorian Llandudno, and two shining examples. What's more, the theme embraces all of Wales' shores, the green fringe lakesides, riverbanks, as well as sandy bays and beaches. Since nowhere in Wales is more than an hour from the coast, it's easy to enjoy the best of both worlds in mountains and sea. The waters around Wales yield superb seafood like Conwy mussels, Lynn lobsters, penclawed cockles. It's a rich maritime bounty, plays a starring role in a celebration across Wales like the Gwald Conwy Feast. Takes place annually at the end of October. Seafood festivals on Cardigan Bay and Isle of Agsley. Spot porpoises, seals, seabirds, jump off cliffs into the sea. It's called coastering, a sport invented in Pembrokeshire. Go surfing in the sea deep in the country is the world's first island surfing lagoon, and don't miss the special events that are always staged near the sea. Several Wales beaches like Rosslyn, Barafalno, Tenby are regularly voted Britain's best. Tenby Harbor, with its pastel-colored Georgian buildings, provides the perfect backdrop for a day out. Surfers, swimmers, and rock poolers love spending weekends and holidays on the Welsh seaside, chilling out with family and friends, and walkers adore it too. When the Wales Coast Path opened in 2012, Lonely Planet named the coast the top region to visit in the world. So visitors can explore the Dylan Thomas birthday walk. Where?
Laharne.
This one? That is correct. Very good. Da-da-da! You've now reached the end, and you are now a Visit Wales Pro. Feel free to explore the rest of the content, increase your knowledge, refresh your training anytime, and visit the Retain tab for the main page. So congratulations. Right now, you can go ahead and view your diploma. Make sure you share that on social media. Share some of the insights, like things to do, the castles, the water sports. I love the indoor ones. How about the zip lining, right? So again, congratulations. You can print it, you can email it, you can download it. Again, congratulations, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Next week is Thanksgiving. Yay! Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you guys have a safe and happy holiday. I will be working on Friday, Black Friday after. So if you're not shopping, join me for MSC Part 2. And then on next Saturday, we're doing Central Europe, same time, same place. Okay. Again, you can find these on our certificate workshop. We have the flyer posted for you. And then I also post ahead of time, like which trainings are coming up and stuff, like right here. Okay. There's the flyer. And then we have all the classes right here that you can go in and register for. Okay. And we're working on December. If you have anything for September you want to work on, please let me know. Again, here's the list of all the trainings we've done. So if you've missed some and you want to learn about, Marriott, you want to learn about Dubai, Thailand, St. Lucia, please join us. And then we're trying to do other ones like every year or whatever. Okay. So if you see some that we did like here, 2022, Washington, we may want to redo that one. Right. So let me know what you guys want to practice on, have fun with. Again, congratulations. Hope you guys have a fabulous weekend and a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Okay. Okay, perfect. Elena, I approve a lot of them. So I've been on training, but I will go in and make sure. Again, if you didn't answer them, if somebody else is helping me, they may decline you. So if you get declined, just re-enter it again. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Again, stay plugged in. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And if we don't see you at the beaches of the world, we'll see you at the bay. Bye, guys.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too. Have fun. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Appreciate your help.